The Vivo U10 is Vivo's new super budget device, starting at just under 9K, though it comes with a more than decent 11nm Qualcomm processor, triple rear cameras, and a huge 5000 mAh battery. But hardware-wise, it still has an unnamed tempered glass protection and a plastic body. So in this video, let's find out how the Vivo U10 actually performs in the software and hardware departments. The provided case in the box is the typical soft case normally provided by Vivo. Seems to be of good quality and should do a good job in accidental drops. It weighs in at a reasonable 190.5 grams, which is slightly on the heavier side, but it does not have a heavy in-hand feel and also feels pretty sturdy in my usual trial bend. The design at the back and the gold rim camera unit actually looks attractive, much more like an expensive device. Apart from the impressive and massive 5000 mAh battery capacity, thankfully it has also been provided with fast charging capabilities. Before moving on to the scratch test, let's have a quick look at the heavy gaming performance for you guys who are seriously deciding to buy the Vivo U10. It comes with the Qualcomm Snapdragon 665 processor in combination with Adreno 610 GPU and defaults at low graphics settings in PUBG like other 665 devices like the Mi A3 or Realme 5. The Vivo U10 may not be the smoothest at handling heavy graphic intensive games like Asphalt 9 or PUBG, but it gets the job done and is definitely playable. Most Vivo, Oppo and Realme devices comes pre-applied with this plastic screen protector, basically used to cover up poor quality glass protection, which are very scratch prone and have no oleophobic coating. So removing this plastic screen protector on the Vivo U10 to know if it's the same situation or not before the scratch test. To find out the quality of this unnamed tempered glass protection you're paying for in the scratch test by rubbing it with common items found in pockets and a heavy duty box cutter. The blade is not able to damage and scratch high quality glass protection found on flagships and even basic Corning glass on cheaper Redmi devices. Though as mentioned earlier, the glass protection on budget devices of Vivo, Oppo and Realme devices except the Realme X and XT suffer from ugly scratch marks. Actually, it does not come as a surprise that the budget U10 also suffers from scratch marks due to highly scratch-prone tempered glass and fails my scratch test. Next up, starting the sound test to check the audio quality of the bottom firing external speakers. The sound quality of the bottom firing external speakers is pretty okay in terms of clarity and sharpness, though it sounds a bit tinny and not as loud as Redmi or Realme devices, which are the loudest in the market. The Vivo U10 is now the third Vivo device to undergo the drop test on the channel, and as some of you might know, two devices until now, the Redmi K20 Pro and Realme 5 Pro, have failed the drop test. So starting the practical drop test on hard flow with the company provided soft case and an ordinary tempered glass from different angles. After the sixth and last pocket head drop, the Vivo U10 seems to be doing good with no damage suffered as yet. Continuing with the 7th drop, this time from 6 feet head height. It is only on very rare occasions that even the glass protection does not suffer any cracks after 12 hard drops. The Vivo U10 also does awesomely well in his drop test due to his strong plastic build and passes my drop test. Now moving on to fun stuff with value, the bend test. Does the plastic body of the Vivo U10 suffer from any structural flaw that you should know about? All Vivo devices tested on the channel until now have failed the scratch test but done pretty well in its bend test. And among them, the Vivo Y81 had suffered the maximum degree of flex, yet somehow it had managed to survive without suffering any damage. The Vivo U10 also suffers from a high degree of flex from both the display and backside with no damage suffered as yet. There is this slight creaking sound which can be heard at the start of the bend. But besides the creaking noise and high degree of bend, the Vivo U10 easily passes my bend test without any internal damage or physical breakage because of its strong build quality and good design language.